guys are live.
Hi, Bob.
Yeah.
Hi, Charlie. Hi.
How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I was gonna grab your phone.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Paul.
Hey, that book has been in your bin for a while. I found it, I thought you might find some interest.
Oh, yeah? Check it out.
Hey, can I sit back here next to these pretty ladies? So, you on the camera? Is that why you're hiding back here?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So Colin's gonna be here for Joan tonight.
Again?
Yeah. She got scared off.
You scared her off.
Yeah, no, she has a conflict, she has something else she's supposed to be doing tonight.
Mr. Trails?
No smile. You don't know how to smile?
That's the best I can do right now. Slightly under the weather.
Oh, no. That's not
Give it to Harold. I don't think oh, there's Mr. Deeds. I didn't recognize you.
good. No. Geez, I didn't recognize you either. Christ, I looked right by you.
That's pretty bad. Cousins, you don't know.
What the heck? I'm sorry, Bobby.
Sitting back there being quiet, I suppose.
Yep.
Yeah. You used to be in the other up there at the table, right?
6 years I sat there.
Yeah.
Thought you moved a little bit west, Ohio or Colorado.
I got a lot of work to do first. I got a full 40 baby pole barn on it right now. Got some equipment out there. And
Aren't they hunting out there now? Is that the season?
not that I know they're hurting, it's just been so dry out there. It's like I got 2 plots in. I'm going up this weekend to see what's coming in.
You want to check the cameras?
I'm gonna put one on. We just stuck it up about 2 weeks ago. I know there's some real big bucks on it, real big. Don't worry about nobody out there. There's nobody around.
No, I thought you might be interested.
You know where it came from?
Well, I do. Is that yours?
Yes, it is. My spare.
I don't know when I'm touching it, I'm German.
Oh, good.
Maybe I can contact the residents, if you give a couple hours to work.
For how long?
They gave a pretty big window, like 6 or 8 hours, which cracked me up.
So, you know where I'm going with that.
Yeah, which is what we asked for, and they wouldn't give it to us, instead we got to pull it.
Something tells me that was a no-win argument from the beginning.
And you know what, that's what somebody brought up, just suck it up to doing it, because the cost of everything is escalating, and we're not gonna come out ahead and deal with anybody. Do you know Mark Johnson?
Maybe.
He's in Scouts, he had sent a.
Oh, 529.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who it is, yeah.
And they're looking for someone to do a bicycle program for them.
Okay.
And the guy here that used to do it best. So I don't really want to reach out to him, or maybe I can find his spot, have his contact.
Yeah, do you know what kind of program?
Bicycle.
Okay.
Safety, I would have thought that, I think that's it.
Yeah, actually, I'm with the Twin Valley Mountain Bike team, so we do these all the time. I'll text him right now. So he was asking the township for bicycle?
Well, I guess he sent a message in, but he had contacted for one of the police that had done it before.
Okay,
So, but the guy that did it's not here, so.
right, okay. Yep, I'll reach out to him, I know him pretty well. And we do safety programs all the time,
Yeah,
so
he's-
I'll,
He's the meat man,
the meat man.
the meat man.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah. Cool, I can do that. I don't know. How are you?
If you didn't want to say that's not good recorded.
You see him? I see. I see.
For those of you who don't recall or don't know, we are live streaming on YouTube. So if you'd like to see a replay, you can get that without the normal going through the right to know requests, etc. It's available there 24 hours a day.
They don't have it.
I'm sure.
Shown that.
I think I'm okay with that.
All right, we're in the Robeson Township Board of Supervisors regular meeting for September with the Pledge of Allegiance, moment of silence for our military veterans and first responders. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please stay standing. Thank you. All right, roll call, Ms. Feinstein. Mr. Gallo. Mr. Bittler. Here. And I'm here. All right, citizens' concerns, public comment. Do we have any citizens' concerns? Mr. Dees, please stand and say your name and address.
Robert Deeds, live in 1217 Hemp area. My next door neighbor, which I think is 1197, they're running motorcycles, and a lot of them. And I can't figure what's going on. I heard they put a racetrack in, and not last weekend, the weekend before, they put it on Facebook. They have a racetrack, and you can come pay and ride your bike. Is there anything the township can do?
What's the zoning there, Mr. Deeds?
It should be just residential, it's not zoned for.
I've heard it's not motorcycles, I've heard it's go-karts, but.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
There's motorcycles there too, there's big ones, you can hear the 4 cycles when they fire them up.
Well, it wouldn't seem like the zoning would not be proper. If they're charging, it would seem like an enterprise, you know, for profit. So I would suggest we have our code fellow check into that. Is that possible?
I think the problem you're gonna run into is code isn't here when the activity normally happens.
When's the activity normally happen?
Weekends,
Now, acting chief, we have coverage all weekend, do we not?
We do. I actually am aware of the situation. I spoke to Mr. Dietz himself. I also stopped up and spoke to the owner of the property as well. They're telling me 100% that they are not charging anybody, that they are running go-karts, it's just family and friends. There is a dirt, I guess, oval racetrack you would call it, and that they said that there's never any motorcycles there, that it's only go-karts, and it's close family and friends, and they do not charge anything to get in there.
What time of night do they stop, Mr. D?
it's usually on a Saturday night and a Sunday.
And what time do they stop?
Sometimes right before dark and sometimes they go after dark.
Another question that I asked them was, when did they race and what time did they race? And I believe said it's normally on Sundays, and they start around 12 to 1 o'clock, and they're usually done by 4 or 5 o'clock. With the exception of this past Sunday, which would have been the day, I believe, before Mr. D's complaint, they rode them at night, and I believe they started at 6 o'clock at night, and they went to a little after 9. He
They
says
have
that-
lights, how do they,
I don't know. I didn't ask
they have
him.
lights?
I can't tell you.
I did ask them if that's something that they plan on doing, and they said no, that was the time that they were gonna race that day. I guess it got cooler or something in the afternoon, when it gets dark out.
How many acres does the fellow own?
About 4 or 5 maybe at the
I
most.
think it's right around 5 acres.
Yeah, so this right, where the power line goes across, right there. It'd be on, you'd be heading on the school, it'd be on the left-hand side. It's very, very annoying, especially when they do it Christmas Day and they shoot guns Christmas Day too. I don't bother with them, I don't want to be bothered with.
But it is private property, right? And you do shoot your guns on private property.
Oh, I'm not
And
worried about.
you do, we've got 45 and we have all kinds of trails. So if I decide to let a bunch of friends come over and ride on my trails, is that gonna be a crisis?
When I was on the board, we had problems up in Northern Development with the people riding. And they bring other people on the ride and we shut it down.
But that's a development. This isn't a development. It's private property, right?
Actually, it was part of a development originally.
But it's not any longer.
Well, it was Sally Glass's property and they split it all up. That was years ago.
I can tell you that, I believe it was this Sunday, again, my officers were called up there for a noise complaint. I reviewed their body cam footage and I did not see anything that would meet the threshold to file any sort of charges for like disorderly conduct or anything.
And they're done before any noise should really bother anybody at night, right?
It's usually Sunday afternoons, from what I'm getting at. Now, I did ask Mr. Dees, whenever they're up there riding, to please call us so we can come up to his residence and see what kind of disturbance and noise is actually emitting onto his property. And I believe he was the one that called in the complaint.
No. Any other questions or comments?
You've had no other complaints from any other neighbors surrounding it, right?
Anything else from you, Mr. Bill?
Nothing from me for now. You wanna think about it, Bob?
Well, if you guys say you can't do nothing, that means I got 172 acres there, I can put a racetrack around it. Because you're saying it's okay.
As long as you don't charge for it, what you do on your property is pretty much your business, isn't it?
That's what you guys want. I can do it. Very easy.
I think on that as well, Mr. Dees.
I was just saying,
I'm
because
just
you
telling
want
you,
to.
yous are telling me you won't do nothing.
Yeah, but
Now,
this is spiteful.
What you people don't realize, I know Jeff can hear it too, you hear them big explosions go off at night? That's where they come from, right there.
I mean, I don't hear any go-karts.
Not here go-karts, they put that stuff you buy at Cabela's explodes.
Yeah, right.
And they also take acetylene and put it in balloons and stick up in there and shoot.
I mean, I hear shots all over the place,
Yeah, but that's where it's all coming from. Right there.
across the street, behind me.
I don't bother with them. I don't wanna be bothered with.
Can I ask how you know what they're doing? Acetylene and balloons and.
I don't think that's been there.
Well, then maybe their friends aren't as good of friends as they think they were, if they're repeating it, because, you know, you're talking about putting a racetrack out for spite, Bob, I'm sorry, I've known you way too long. And you're doing it to be spiteful just because nobody's gonna do what you want them to do.
I'm telling you, how would you like if I rode a versus thing around your house every day?
I got people who go through my woods all the time. They're shooting guns, they're doing all kinds of things they're not allowed, and I'm not going out to go look at somebody at 3 in the morning or 5
I'm
in the
not
morning.
going out to look at them either, but you can't even sit on the porch. It's that noise. How long's it been going on? A couple years? I thought it was as long as I could.
Well, I'm gonna look at it, Bob, that's all I can say for now.
Thank you, Bob. Any other citizens' concerns?
Karen Mounts, 2482 Hay Creek Road. Just checking in on the logging project at 21 Hazlitt and 2475 Hay Creek. Kind of looking for an update. I'll be honest, since we opened the can of worms of trying to stop them, it's gotten a lot worse. Friday, 6 trucks, Monday, 3 trucks, today, 3 trucks. It's bad, guys. I don't know what we're doing and why we're allowing this to continue. This is definitely not selective cutting. We're way past selective cutting, way past. I mean, we're looking at 4 weeks of this, and now, oh man, they know about it. Let's really get moving, guys. I mean, that's really what's happened.
Hey, can I ask you back real quick?
Sure.
Just real quick. So when did they start logging?
This is the 4th
So
week.
like a month?
Yeah.
And is
All
it
summer we've been dealing with it.
private property?
Private property, owned by the same family, new owners. Again, the ultimate goal is what we're hearing is homes, which brings up another topic that I would like the board to look at. So being the tax collector in this township, I make notes of, again, this goes back many, many years, but I make notes of new homes that are going in, properties that are coming in, because I want to know how many parcels I'm getting, like 568 has 55 homes, you know. So I happen to pull, Mr. and Mrs. Glass, sorry, I'm going to bring you into this, but I happen to pull their original notes for 21 Hazlitt, and I have a note that we're allowed to put 1 home on that property. And now I'm asking you guys to check back in on that for me, because I was thinking maybe initially they were going to put many homes on that hill, and I guess I would have talked to Colleen back then, and my note says that 1 home was allowed to go on that property. So I'm asking the board to look into that, and before it gets to a subdivision. I also, the top parcel is 50 or close to 50, and the bottom parcel, actually, this is another thing. There's 3 parcels involved in here. There's a parcel for the driveway, there's a parcel for the house, which trees sit on that driveway also, so guaranteed no permit was pulled for that. And then the parcel that the house sits on, plus the parcel at 2475. So there's actually 3 parcels. So to me, when you pull permits, you should definitely be pulling 3 permits for 3 separate parcels, because everything you do is a parcel. So that definitely should be brought up too, because there was only 1 parcel, and then there was magically 2 parcels. Now, if I complain enough, there'll probably be 3 tomorrow. So permit-wise, just as happened in 10 to 12 hours.
I will say that I have an issue with how the second permit was issued, and it's something that I want to look into, and we've already had Mr. Steve contacting Technicon to get some answers around that, because I think it was not done properly and happened way too fast. There's no way it can be issued in 12 hours properly.
Right.
I don't think everything was looked into that needed to be looked into, including stormwater runoff.
Which is huge. It's very scary what's going to happen there. The size of the equipment that's going through that hill, I mean, I have pictures of it. I'm telling you, it's bigger than.
So there's more to come on that. I tried to get them in here today, they wouldn't come in, so they weren't available. Technicon, they weren't available. So I would definitely like to hold their feet to the fire and get some answers around that. So.
Have you received anything about building or subdivision or?
I've not heard a word. Ryan's not heard anything. The only thing that I saw on the permit that should be of concern is they checked off the box where it says no cold water trout streams close by.
Ron?
And, yeah, I tried to call the guy from Conservation District the last couple days, and I wasn't able to catch him. I probably should have just emailed him, and he probably would reply back on, but I wanted to talk to him about it. But I keep hearing rumors about, houses and, all kinds of stuff, but I've not heard anything as far as submissions.
No, well, here's the thing, if you had to have a separate parcel to cross over, that means they probably don't have the amount of road footage.
So up on top, up on Hazlitt, I'm not sure. Down on Hay Creek, there's definitely enough road frontage for a home.
Can I intervene here?
Yeah.
There's a flag lot on that property and they do have road frontage.
Okay.
With
And-
respect to the one below, was there like a deed restriction, Charlie, or where?
Yeah, so I'm not here for this particular
Yeah,
reason,
yeah.
I'm here for something else,
Sorry,
but,
But you
I
can help.
apologize.
I bought the property off of Mrs. Haslett and, Moan, yeah, and, at the time, there was a developer in there that wanted to put 10 homes in there. He couldn't get it to fly because he could not get soil erosion in. It's just, pinnacles everywhere. So I found out about the property, I went, I bought it. And I came to the township and I was told that I was allowed to put one home in there, and I did. I put the home in my garage, which is what's there now. And, to my knowledge, I don't know if that goes away when you sell it, but that's what the deal was. And I thought about possibly breaking there's a flat part top off, and I contacted the person who was my attorney at that time, and it couldn't happen. Because I said there was one home in there, and that's the way I left it, so. I don't see him being
Thanks
able
for
to
the
build
input.
any houses in there.
Thank you for reiterating. I
Well,
appreciate
it's
that.
easier when somebody who actually bought it can clarify what was and what they had to go through, because if they had to go through it, that means the next person shouldn't get special about it.
As we were told that Mark Mounts, 2483 Acre Road, as we were told at the last meeting, I think Brian brought it up, that if there was any plans for a subdivision, that would have had to been noted on the logging permits up front.
Right.
Which
There's
to our
a
knowledge-
fella here this evening for his plan, not to drag you into this, who went
To
through
our
it.
knowledge,
We're all
Very,
in.
very, very similar circumstances, so very likely, like I said, they will need zoning relief if they submit a plan for that property that would require subdivision or land development. What they are doing, in my opinion, flies directly in the face of our zoning ordinance, so.
So I guess another point is like.
I'm not the zoning officer, though.
Right,
Right.
but like, and another point is like, till all this is cleared up, I feel like there should be like a stop work, till all this is cleared up. But it's just, like I said, this morning I called her, I stopped at the house, and boom, 2 trucks, 2 empty tractor trailers went right up to Hazlitt Lane,
And to bring up again that there's 3 parcels, I know for a fact the one up on top with the driveway, they didn't pull a permit for that because they only had 1 permit. Now they only have 2 permits, and they're the trees that were falling onto the sparse property. So they logged property that they didn't have a permit to log. Like I don't understand how this just keeps going on. I'll be honest.
So there should be
Because they
3
do it-
permits, but.
There should have been 3 permits. There was only 1.
No, there's
Got
2.
it.
They do it behind
What's that?
it.
I got it.
The people who are coming
You
in
got it?
to log, most of them don't even live around
You're
here.
getting
Right.
They're
Right.
like your
Right,
county.
they're not to blame.
Right.
No, but you know
For
what,
sure.
they're supposed to know to pull permits too.
Right.
Because they actually pulled, I don't know if they pulled it for my one neighbor, but when they did it, they came over and took stuff off of our property too.
Yeah.
So it's like, They
I
don't
just
even
don't think it should be
respect
this easy to take this many trees out of here. It's disrupting the soil, 100%. I know it hasn't rained, but I think all hell's gonna break
when
loose
it
when
does,
Oh,
oh
it's
yeah,
going to.
there's nothing
There's
holding
been
back
too
except
much
the mountain.
disruption out there.
Oh, yeah.
The hill, and it's all gonna come down on us. Kenny Rat, my in-laws, me, my sister-in-laws,
Oh,
all
yeah.
of us, it's all coming.
Our wells at the bottom of their hill.
Oh, no, I get it.
The Lisses are under the weather, otherwise they would be here and they contacted me, but it's all coming down on all of us.
I wasn't here Thursday, obviously, so there was an original logging permit issued,
There was.
and then allegedly went on to another piece.
It's not allegedly.
They did.
I was being nice, and we magically fast-tracked
But
a
we put a
12-hour
stop, we put a
permit.
stop order, and 12 hours later, they had a permit for that second parcel.
How?
And that's being,
That's
Like
the
this.
question. How?
it's typically 2
Like
weeks.
just taking the same ENS plan they had for the first parcel and putting it different address.
And the second
It's not the
parcel they
same.
pulled the permit for, which is the one across from our house, is where it's steep and there's gonna be runoff, there's gonna be all kinds of soil and erosion issues.
I mean, I know people in this township that are waiting 6 months for permits. I mean, how did that happen overnight?
And you had talked to technical
Yeah, that's
about
what we're
that,
trying to
correct?
figure out.
I did, and
So why
I
don't you
did not
stop
get a
it?
very good answer.
Listen,
You did not what?
Get a very good answer.
So you did not get a very good answer.
And what does that mean?
I mean, they were very evasive as to the answers they provided.
When we left Thursday.
And who issued the permit since Ted was out?
The president of the company, Jeff Curlin.
Interesting.
He's also the guy that signed the stop work order.
Was there a
Okay, wait a
meeting?
minute, can we actually put a stop on this?
If as I said at the meeting on Thursday, if the permit contains a misrepresentation, then I think that is grounds to issue a stop work order.
Like not having a supposed waterway close by when the hay
Well,
creek's
yeah,
right there?
Just not doing, like, taking
That's why I was
information.
reaching out to the conservation district to have them go out, and they can do all that.
But
Till you get them out.
But as I.
What, till 400 more trees?
Yeah,
come down in
exactly.
the meantime?
Why not let
They
Forest
did
Service
already, since
file a
we
stop
brought this
against it?
up. I mean, figure out how much has already changed since we brought this up.
We hear what you guys say.
Oh, right.
Well, that's just it, and then if you use just the information from the first
You
parcel,
copy-
it doesn't match the second
copy and
parcel
paste
or the
doesn't
third.
work. Right.
So they're not, the parcels aren't all exactly the same, because one has more slope than the other.
Exactly.
You said it's, you
One's
know,
for-
you've got all this.
Logging permit, are pretty, vague.
That's a polite way to put it. It's beyond
And
vague.
generally, they're pretty vague.
I know some people that have had trouble getting logging permits though in this township, and I just don't understand how this went through the way it did and so quickly, I'll be honest.
Yeah, and the other thing that bothered me most about this, the way these permits are running, is the property owner never steps their foot in the office. The logger comes in and does the permit. And apparently that's common practice, but I don't think that that's the way we should be doing business. I
Well, it's
think we
also-
should be having the property owner come in, verifying that everything that this guy's saying is true, and that's the way it should be.
Well, they have nothing to lose. They have everything to gain. The loggers have everything to gain when they walk in by just
And the
filling
other thing,
everything
this
out.
was-
It doesn't mean it's right.
This was a selective cut permit, and from the
That's not
photos-
selective from what they're telling us.
From the photo she showed me, what selective cut, as the logger explained to me, is anything over 16 inches.
And they want it
These-
straight, they don't want
These,
this, they don't
these
want
here
that.
are lucky to be 8 inches.
Yeah, that's,
And a lot of them aren't they're crooked, they're just dropping them and far.
yeah, and watch how much is left of all the,
Exactly, and
Other
that's what
pieces.
we're looking at.
oh, I know, they did it to mine, it wasn't even on my property.
If we were to issue a stop work order, obviously we would date stamp that to the day,
Today, right, or tomorrow.
effective tomorrow, or effective immediately. And you put an end date on it, or do you do like a
We could open
indefinitely
Well, they have to
until?
correct that.
Well, there doesn't need to be an end date, but as I also explained to me on Thursday, there would be due process for the property owner and the contractor, right? They can immediately appeal the stop work order, and continue working.
Well-
Now, with that being said, if it's appealed and the stop work order is upheld, okay, then we can recover fines for that period. But there is due process.
And the township doesn't issue the stop work, it has to be codes.
It's one of the same, I mean,
You talk to code people, it depends, they're hired by us.
They work at
They
the
work at
code
the
officer
discretion.
works at the direction of the board.
Right, so
And
they
if the
work
board,
at
and
discretion.
if the board is confident that the permit application had a misrepresentation, that would be grounds for the board of supervisors to direct the code officer to issue a stop work order.
Can we make that motion?
Like
Go
that.
for it. Go for it, Scott.
Any more discussion, or?
Nope, I think we all know where it stands.
So I'm gonna make a motion that the township, the board issues a stop work order on the 21?
21
Okay,
has
the
one.
parcels.
There they are,
2, 4.
2475.
Let's be specific.
Yep.
For any parcel where a permit was pulled based upon a misrepresentation in that application, including but not limited to the answer to the,
There's different addresses.
that's okay, it's in the parcels.
Yeah, there's 3 parcels though,
That's
and only 2 parcels were pulled.
2475.
2475 would be great, yeah. Do you- I don't have the parcel
It's
number.
fine, it's fine, we don't need the address or the parcel, it's
Paul, you have
simply,
all that?
I got the
Okay.
parcel numbers if you want them.
Got it. All right,
it's simply
so,
a motion to issue a stop work order for any parcels where logging is occurring,
until,
where a permit was pulled based upon misrepresentation.
based upon misrepresentation, and then we'll need to reapply. How does that process go?
Yes, the stop work order will need to set forth the basis for the order, which is essentially misrepresentation. Now, that we may wanna include in that stop work order, the fact that each parcel should technically include a different ENS plan.
Yeah.
Now, with all that being said, okay, as I also explained at the meeting on Thursday, there is a state legislation called the Acre Act, which protects logging, right? And they do this often, so they're gonna know, to correct the permit application and do it properly. But that doesn't obviously prevent us from taking this step now.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, roll call, Ms. Bridenstine.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Bitler.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
Thank you, Board.
May I say something about this? I mean, I'm okay with
Sure.
what you're doing.
Name and address, please.
Robert Gates, 1217 White Road. When I was a supervisor, that parcel come in for subdivision. And Chip Garrison stopped it. That they were gonna go right across from White Bear Road, just straight up over that hill, and cut a road up over that hill. And they come out and said, we're gonna rip that whole thing apart, but that plan was at the planning commission and it came up from the supervisors, so if you go back and check your paperwork, you should just find something.
Thank you.
Let's hear what you said.
Name and address, please.
My name's Charlie Glass, I live at 146 Overlook Road, Morgantown. I had a similar situation that I'd like to know if you guys could give me some answers. I watched the meeting, on the workshop meeting, and I heard what was going on here. And, I owned that property, so I was concerned, and when I heard about that, she's worried about 8 kids building 5 houses, I knew that when I owned it, I was only that one house. So, and I had a little talk with her on that, but the real reason that I'm here is I have 2 properties. I own one on Zion Road and one on Buck Hollow, and the 2 join each other. And I came to the township and I wanted to build a home there. And so I was told that I had to do a subdivision, which I did. I was told that part of that subdivision required tremendous amounts of studies, bog turtle studies, mulberry wing moss studies. It did them all. And everything was done to the T. And now I come down to find out that I wanted to put a driveway, to cut a driveway in. They told me that I needed to get a soil and erosion plan done. I heard you guys at the meeting say that it didn't take much but just a little scribbling down the paper. That wasn't what I was told. I had to hire an engineer. I had to go through a tremendous amount of money and have the whole thing engineered out. And I had to put 3 huge retention areas in that's gonna cost me about 300 grand. And I'm going to do it. I submitted everything in. I was told how to go to DEP. I did it. And I'm now waiting on my 2nd year to hear back from DEP. Haven't done it yet. In the meanwhile, my neighbor does the logging just like it's getting done on 21 Haskell Lane. Roads cut in, no soil erosion. It's just, it ticks me off.
It's just wrong.
Now, I have nothing against anybody who wants to buy a piece of property and timber it, whether you clear cut it or select cut it. If you own it and you want to do it the right way, do it. However, this isn't what's going on here. And it frustrates me, and I was wondering if you could tell me, what are the repercussions there for that? I mean, do I just sit back and watch this go on? I seen not the stop orders, but I seen the permits nailed on the tree, and this has to do with two different owners, and they use the same road, cut it in twice basically. And, it's terrible. And the rains didn't come, but they're coming. You know, when it happens, it's gonna get ugly. And,
Really quick.
there's another owner between the two of us that I tried to go to his house to talk to the man, but I cannot get to him. He never answers the door. But what they did do, they cut like a big swale and run it right into the back of his house. I don't even think he knows it, but he's gonna know it, like, when it comes. And, you know, like, what are you guys gonna do? Like, here now, this is the first I heard about the stop thing. Over at my area, it's already done. I mean, the trees are gone, the roads are there, you know, and, I think it was one of the same companies, because as I found out when I talked to the Kemps here, or the Mounces, that trucks, I seen them coming by me, and I didn't pay attention where they were coming from. Now I know, and it's the same company that ripped out the stuff to my place, or adjacent to my place. So, you know, it just doesn't seem right.
So let me make a couple distinctions, if I may. So the installation of a driveway is impervious coverage, right? And that is dictated by our stormwater ordinance, okay? That's opposed to logging or harvesting, which is subject to it's called the Agricultural Communities and Rural Environments Act, okay? And that sets forth a different process and standard for calculating and planning for erosion and sediment control. So they're different processes that are regulated differently under the law.
Well, then I should just apply for a logging permit and cut a road back in there. This is what you're doing, that's exactly what's going on here.
Logging doesn't give you the ability to pave a driveway.
I didn't say I was paving it.
You just said you were gonna apply for a logging permit to build a driveway.
Okay, a road.
We wanna build a house, so we were gonna.
You know, hey, I drove over there today and look, there's a freaking road cut straight up over the hill. None of this stuff, straight down. And then and believe me, it's gonna get ugly. Same thing over my place. Straight down to Buck Hollow Road. You know, and you guys have been out,
No.
looked at it, and nothing was done about it.
No, we have permits for that, permits were issued for that?
No,
Not
logging
the driveway,
permit.
but the logging.
Oh, yeah, okay, logging permits were issued. We had, once again, many conversations with Technicon. Ted finally went out and did, investigate, ended up issuing a permit. In regards to the driveway, they didn't come out clean on that. As I recall, we both got an email from the Conservation District that they have some, work to do to restore that. Now, I don't know if it's happened yet or not, but since I'm calling the guy to go visit this other property, I'll certainly, make sure that he goes and visit this one as well, to make sure that they're adhering to what they were supposed to do, restore.
And done logging.
I believe so, yeah. I haven't been around, so I've been getting phone calls from my neighbors
Usually
saying,
those
hey.
logging permits at the conclusion require some type of restoration. That's why it wouldn't necessarily be, I could put a logging permit and then use it for another reason. I believe our solicitor's correct with his opinion on those two issues being somewhat different. But if they violated a stop work order, wasn't a stop work order put on them?
Well, that one,
No.
No.
No, but the conservation district went out and did find a bunch of violations or things that they were supposed to clean up afterwards, so our codes didn't go out and check that to see if that was done.
No, that would be the Conservation District would do that as well, but
Okay.
I'll visit that one. I said I was trying to call the guy last couple days, and I don't know if he's out again. He was sick at one point, but I don't know if he's in the office or not, but I'll get a hold of somebody else.
Yeah, because we need to follow up on that.
Yeah, the unfortunate part of this whole logging thing is by the time we get all the wheels in motion, they're done. You know, the harm's already done, you know. It was just like this, they pretty much clear cut that 50 acres before we even got somebody to go out there to.
You talking about
stop.
his 50 acres or
No,
their 50?
her.
Not mine.
Well, no, I didn't,
I
I
wish it
was
was
involved in
mine.
yours.
There would have been one
You're
tree.
not number 3, are you, fella? You're number 3?
No, he was number 1.
Okay.
But,
So that doesn't change Charlie's problem.
No, all I'm saying is, you know, hey, the trees are gone, you know, it's done. It's good for them, you know, whatever they did there, it's good for them. All I'm saying is that there's roads cut in all over that hill. Way more than what I'm gonna do. I'm talking 800 foot. And there's probably a mile over there, if not more. And, no soil erosion, not a bit. So, you know, it's frustrating to me, and I'd just like to know, like, what can be done, you know, like, are you just gonna like talk about it and not do anything? This is pretty good out here, you guys got, there's something going for this one, but
Well, I will say
there's no
this.
stop order needed, because it's done.
Right. I'll say this, in both of your the logging cases, if those logging roads create more than an acre of disturbance, they should be getting an NPDS permit, which is what kicked you into this 2-year process, right?
Yeah, well, I asked, why did I have to go to the DEP? They said that was the reason.
Right.
Because
So-
of the amount of.
So I didn't review these DNS plans, you know, I'm not sure who did, and I'm not placing blame for that, but if that, because what happens is when it comes to logging, they don't count the logging area as disturbance unless you're pulling the stumps, right? Unless you're ripping those stumps out, that's not disturbance, but by the DEP rules. But if these swales and driveways, et cetera, are over an acre of disturbance, then that's an NPDS permit and a high-value watershed, and that is what exactly tripped you up. You have an NPDS permit and a very high-quality watershed, and that's what generated the extensive stormwater controls that you're.
Yeah, and I'm getting close, they said maybe by December I should hear something back from the DEP. And meanwhile, then this came up, and it made me think, you know, man, how does this happen? You know, like,
Because they didn't
I
file
think,
the purple
I think what I heard in the last 31
That's
minutes
why.
is you did it the right way,
And they didn't.
they didn't, and our codes people need to answer to how
Why?
12 hours and not following up and.
yeah.
We need to know why, because we're not the ones who did it, but we agree
So like our-
in both cases, it shouldn't have happened
Our
that way.
codes officials have a bingo ball machine and just. Look at it.
And what about the parcel that doesn't have a permit that is touch?
Well,
I mean,
that's just it, that's what the stop was about.
He said stop work on the parcel
What
that permits were pulled for, but there's a third
there's a
parcel.
third parcel, it's
That
it's
includes
almost
their,
2
that
acres.
includes their, that's how they got the driveway up there, that trees are being taken down on.
Well,
So
If they don't have the if they don't have,
they didn't pull the permit,
they
so you
didn't
can't
pull a
stop the
permit
work.
on that one, but
But the work's already done.
could we amend what we did, or just
Or
have
make
to
another
redo it?
permit, or just make another.
Yeah,
motion.
we'll just make another motion to
When I
fix
get a
it.
hold of him, first thing in the morning, I will tell him to issue a stop work order on that parcel.
Well,
It's
the
not-
thing is, we have to make a second to say, the parcel that they have not done yet and not touched.
No, they
Or
have,
does-
they have touched
They
it.
touched it, but
On
they don't
that
have a
note,
permit.
on that
think
note,
the motion was any misrepresentations.
Right, and since they didn't pull the permit,
That parcel.
that parcel,
is there any repercussions if we go up and find parcel 30 has roads? It was done without permits.
You're definitely gonna find more than an acre or whatever it was of
disturbed.
disturbance
Oh my gosh.
to warrant the other permit, the higher grade permit, whatever the
We can,
NP,
we can,
whatever.
we can refer
The ENS
the matter,
permit?
Yeah, you're definitely gonna find that.
we can refer the matter to the conservation district for investigation.
I think that's a good
So I'm gonna
idea.
make an additional motion that a stop work order is placed on that third parcel that is yet to be permitted, and that we contact the conservation district to investigate any logging or movement that has been done without the permit in place.
And if it disturbed more than we need to allow. I'll second it,
All right, we have a motion and a second, roll call, Ms. Bridenstine.
yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Bittler.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
Thank you.
The right way?
Right.
All right, any other public citizen concerns?
You
Yes.
got Paul here.
Name and address, please.
Paul Oldham, Buck Hollow Road, 1279. And mine's a lot less complicated. I'm just asking for assistance. About 2 years ago, I spoke to the police chief that has retired about the speedway known as Buck Hollow Road. I don't know why people have to speed on the upper end. I guess because they're going uphill, they think they have to trump on the gas. My concern is above I'm right at the bottom of the hill. The police department did come out and hang one of your speed calculators. I made the offer at the time to, whenever you could, and it's available, hang it again. You may use my driveway to set up a speed trap. Here's my concern. As you go up my driveway and then up the other slope, There's 4 homes, and then 1 home on the right-hand side. Between those homes, I don't know if it's the water in that area or what, there are now 13 children within the space of about 200 feet of homes. There's school-age children, very little children. Really concerned. I've been out there working at the end of my driveway, and there's cars that have gone through there that so fast. I can't even look quick enough to recognize a make or model or a license plate. Interestingly enough, we've now added all the logging trucks going up and down Buck Hollow, which is, you know, not great. So I'm just asking for assistance. I want to bring this up to the attention of the board.
1200 block, that's more towards Route 10.
Yes, sir.
Like between Kings Hill and.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Chief Rimmings or something we could.
Yeah, what, I apologize, what did you say your address was?
1279 Buck Hollow.
Yeah, I actually think the speed sign's charging right now, so we can grab it, come up there, find a sign that's close to your property, you know, it's kind of.
I never heard
5 feet and
the
you can
results of
study
the
it.
last time it was there. The chief told me that you guys collected data, and if the average number of times it went off didn't really reflect an issue, then I guess, and I respect that, and I understand that.
Yeah, that's no problem. We should definitely redo it.
All right, thank you very much.
Be more interesting with the logging trucks now too.
Thank you. Any other citizens' concerns? No? All right, thank you. Correspondence? None? No correspondence? All right. Chief Rimmings?
Good evening, board. First thing on the agenda is the new hiring process. Just want to keep you guys updated. It closes October 10th, and today we received our first application, so we have one. Yeah, it's going to be tough. So
How long is it open for yet, you said?
till October 10th.
So it's like 3 weeks
Yeah.
or more.
So I'll keep you posted on it as we go through. The next thing on the list is discuss the locker room. At Thursday's meeting, we spoke about having a resolution to possibly file for a grant to do the locker room down there. After speaking with Harold, we thought it might be a better idea to go for something else and hold off the locker room until October, November, so we can actually have somebody come in here again and see actually what our best option is, because there's 2 separate grants. One has to be in by September 30th, the other one has to be in by the end of November. So we figured we'd put that one in for the end of November and do something with the other 2. Okay. Okay. Next thing on the list is the resolution for the grants. So there's 2 things that the police department will need in the upcoming future. One is tasers. Tasers were on the budget this year. It's just not gonna be enough. So we reached out for another quote for the Taser 10s, which are the newest tasers. Now, come 2026, they will not be the newest tasers anymore, but it's still the newest one. So for 7 tasers, it's $46,673.31. That's for 7. Almost $50,000. So you know kind of where we're at with that. The next thing, our firearms are old. A lot of the surrounding departments switched their firearms. They all went to Glock 45, which is 9mm. They went away from ours and they put an optic on it. Optics are helping the officers qualify a lot better. So I reached out to Running Armament, and for us to outfit 9 guns with optics, holsters, everything, lights, it's gonna be $17,226. So I believe we have 2 resolutions, so we can file for a grant for both of those items to see if we can be awarded and hopefully save us some money.
So we're gonna do a grant for each.
We're gonna do a grant for each, yes, by September 30th, which the grant application is already done. We're just kind of looking for your blessing for the resolution.
Okay.
And then I'll reach out.
Okay, let's start with the tasers. What would that number be, Harold? What resolution?
It'll be 21. You know, I think that we kind of voted on this the other night, but the numbers have changed. So, do
We
we
reaffirm what numbers?
Yes.
Okay. All right, do we have a motion for the resolution 2025-21 for the tasers?
I'll make that motion in the amount of approximately $46,673.31.
Yes, that's what's on the.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Yes, give a second.
All right, roll call, Ms. Bryan.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Bittler.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. All right, next would be the firearms. This is 22, right?
That would be correct.
I'll make a motion to, no, resolution 2522 for the permission to apply for the grant for the firearms totaling $17,226 and 0 cents.
And I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, Ms. Bridenstine.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Bittler.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
Thank you, board. That's all I have for tonight.
Thank you, Chief Room. Finance.
You have the, treasury report in your packets. We, I know it's a little bit later on the, schedule, but, we do need to talk about, budget dates. I spoke to Danelle, somewhat today, and they still have some corrections to make in the system, of things that are correctly from previous entries. But, we should be ready to go by our next workshop meeting.
For budget.
Yes. So the talk was that we would start an hour, half hour early. I talked to Chris, he would prefer a half hour because he would be here at 6:30. But it's up to you guys, decide what you want to do.
I'm good with it. Yeah, half hour works.
6:30?
6:30 is good. Make a motion for these. We have a motion to approve the monthly expenses, treasurer report, and supervisor report in our possession.
I will make that motion.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
And we have a second, roll call, Ms. Bridenstine. Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Bittler.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. All right, manager's comments.
Oh, we got plenty of them. Well, the lighting update, I think we pretty much covered. Zion road violation, still, dragging their feet. We're trying to get them to court, but, as I said, we've gotta figure out a better way to deal with these. They're still in court getting citations, they don't show, and they issue a warrant, but they never exercise the warrants until they're picked up for something else. It just isn't working.
Which one are we on, I'm sorry?
Zion Road. That's the house that is so odoriferous, the neighbors can't stand
Is
it.
that's not on the agenda?
It is, yeah, don't mind. Zion Road violation?
No, what letter is it under manager's comment?
B.
Nope.
No,
No.
I got a special one.
Well, it's not matching everybody else's, huh?
Okay. I guess I gotta hit a poll on that one. Anyway, that's the update on that. Bond, you guys never approved the bond. Do you wanna approve the bond, don't wanna approve the bond? It's, $2,619.
We're required to do that, are we not?
We don't have a
You-
choice.
Correct.
Legally, that bond should have been done quite a while ago.
All right, we have a motion to approve the manager's bond.
I'll make a motion to approve the manager's bond.
$2,619.
I'll second that then.
All right, so we have a motion and a second, roll call, Ms. Bridenstine.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Bittler.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
2619.
Okay, guys and board appointments and considerations. Hopefully next month we'll have a, resolution passed on to us from Geiger Town to appoint, Nelson Ott. Their board meets tomorrow night, no, Thursday night. So, hopefully we'll have that to fill that one vacant spot. Geiger Financials, when we do budget, going over their budget with them last Wednesday, they're going to be in the hole. So we will either have to support them or convince them they need to find other sources of revenue. Not gonna be easy problem to solve. Nobody wants to hear about raising your rates because it costs too much to operate, especially given what they're paying. So, either that or the township, like I said, gonna have to support it until,
Tell them to add a couple more of theirs out there in Union Township.
I'm all for it. When I was on that board, I tried to extend the line a couple different times.
No, they don't want to. They want everybody who's already there to have to eat all the costs, which is absolutely wrong.
Well, like I said, I don't know what the thought processes are, but I can tell you,
No,
I tried several times to expand that line. The only way you can increase revenue is get more customers.
But that's just it. You have that one whole development on the left.
The calendar, upcoming meeting dates, everybody had a chance to look at it. Anybody have any feedback, questions, suggestions? We'll take any of them.
No, I'm good with Thursdays, it's fine.
Let's do it.
Okay. The only thing we had to, for some reason I couldn't find a posting for the primary. So that's the only thing we had to plug into this calendar, and then,
That'd be Tuesday though, right?
yeah, which Tuesday, we don't know.
Right, but we won't be meeting on Tuesdays.
No,
Okay.
but
Do we check with our vendors?
with our vendors.
Well, as far as Thursdays now instead
This
of
is
no
moving
Tuesdays?
all meetings to Thursdays?
Yeah, so workshop would be a Thursday, and then a week later would be the regular.
I think one of them will conflict. Which Thursdays, second?
Is it the
Second Thursday.
And the third
And
Thursday.
the third Thursday, yeah. Second and third Thursday.
There might be some changes to that vendor schedule, I would imagine.
The third Thursday is a potential conflict. It depends. The planning commission meetings, sometimes they meet, sometimes they don't. Which would be the regular
Could be
meeting?
county,
What's that?
county commission.
No, planning commission and other municipalities.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, we're not advertising it yet, but we'll have it ready and then we'll check with everybody. Okay, so. Budget, we already talked about. Fees and fee schedule.
What about G?
Yeah, you just skipped over the motion for internships.
Well, I was looking for that over here. Oh, yep, I see it now. I have it
Question.
online. Internships.
From the school
We had some,
or college?
both. Any interns we can get.
Well, yeah, but you also have to basically watch your interns.
You're aware. We've had them before.
So have I. That's why I'm saying, you really need to watch your interns because they've gotta be told they're only allowed to do certain things and that's it. You have to maintain control of them. And tell them to go file and it's like, well,
So would you like Harold to?
I like a motion that authorizes
To help you out.
get some interns in.
We
I'll
also-
make that motion.
liability, what kind of liability do we have for them? Sorry,
I'll make the motion, Joe.
I'm always gonna ask about liability.
Is there any liability that needs to be assisting? I'm sure our manager.
They're volunteers.
All right, we have a motion,
Provided
we have a motion to, authorize internships. Do we have a second?
I will second that.
All right, we have a second, roll call, Ms. Breinstein.
Yes,
Mr. Gelli, yes. Mr. Bittler?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
okay, back to my question, do we have liability for them? You're saying internships, we're not paying them, right?
We're not, that is not the plan.
No, I know it's not the plan, but I'm always gonna ask liability,
Free office help and maybe a future employee.
sometimes
I'm
maybe.
almost sure that when we went through this before, the school has paperwork for them to fill out, that we're not liable for injuries or whatever. Not to say you still couldn't get sued.
I know, I'm just double checking, I'm not against the interns, I think it's a wonderful idea, I'm just asking about liability.
Okay, The budget, we already talked about, we're gonna do it, workshop and regular meeting 6:30. And, fees and fee schedules. This all started when, I started talking to Jason here about the alarms, for the burglar alarm permits. We're charging $10 for a permit. It costs us more than that to process it. You know, I'd like to get the fees out of the ordinances and onto the fee schedule, so that we can modify these things as we go on. The other thing we were talking about today was they were charging $15 for a accident report. It would be cheaper for us to give them. So we're done processing the paperwork and sending it up, entering the QuickBooks, dragging a check down to the bank. It would actually be cheaper for us to give away. We do have options. She was looking at Carfax. They contract up through Carfax, then we would just get one check a month and they would take care of everything else. So that's something we want to consider, but we kind of want the flexibility to be able to do and make those changes as we go through.
Okay.
Before you, you have a waiver request for 25 Golf Course Road. As the well is too close to the tile field and septic system, and the septic system can't be located in some other place. So they're requesting a waiver. In their letter to you, they specify they know what the issues and ramifications are. There should also be an email there from the SEO saying that he agrees with the waiver.
So you need a motion to grant the waiver request, and I would,
That's correct.
I would make that.
All right, we have a motion to grant the waiver request. For the second, all right, for the second roll call, Ms. Feinstein.
Yes.
Mr. Bill.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
Okay, we had a sign request for school zone at High Point Academy.
Which probably should have been there a very long time ago.
I said, I asked Barry to drive by, because I would have sworn we put this sign.
I thought there was more than one there. Well, you know what, you don't know if somebody took it down a
Well,
long time
that's
ago
true.
either.
But anyway, Barry believes we have the signs, and when they're done road work earlier this week, he's gonna get them in by the weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we don't need a motion for that, so yeah, pretty
Well,
idea.
actually, do we need a motion for
I
that?
don't know, we can make one.
Because it's establishing a school zone.
Yep,
It should be
okay.
supported by motion.
I'll make a motion that we put up school zone signs at High Point Baptist Academy.
All right, I'll second the motion. Roll call, Ms. Feinstein.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo. Yes. Mr. Bill.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
Okay. Team assistance with Allegheny Creek. I got nowhere. Nobody has any money to help us. I talked to the county. They said that the Greenway's been plugging in because they have all these bridges that they own, have all the scour on them, and they've been contacting FEMA, and FEMA's like, we have no money. So they even tried to wrangle the feds for some mitigation money.
Good luck with that.
So they were kind of down the same path I was heading, and we got nowhere.
Now, we had a quote for that, right?
We do. If you guys want to spring, that was a $4,100.
Yeah. $4,000, but and we added some to it for our traffic control. But that was in-house cost, that was our guys flagging.
So if you guys want to spring for that, that's up to you,
We
but
got that cleared up.
The weather is coming, wet weather is coming. We saw what happened last time.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly.
And that was cleaning up all the
everything's
natural
clean.
made beaver dams.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to count trees with it, but it was cleaning up everything in the creek.
Who was that through?
Spots.
Spar.
4,400.
4,100.
I think it was like
I think it
4,100.
was 4,100 something.
Anybody want to make a motion?
Not to exceed that, or are we
Yes.
staying, or are we going to more than that? You staying with that? that the goal stay at
Make it,
4,100?
yeah, 4,100,
Okay.
make it 45 or something.
That's what I was gonna say, can we go to 45 just so it doesn't screw it?
No more than.
No more than, yeah.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we give up $4,500 to SPAR to clean the Allegheny Creek up.
Authorize.
Authorizing the $4,500.
All right, we have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, we have a second, roll call, Ms. Bridenstine.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Bittler.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
Okay. And LTAP meeting for Old River Road. With the impending closure of 724's Bridge at 568 in January of this year, or January next year, I'm sorry, this year's already passed. It's expected to be out to October. So people are gonna go where they go, and the anticipation is they're gonna get out over the road. And there's been a lot of concerns with the residents on that road about speeding and everything, so Ryan and I, he contacted LTAP, and we're going to go out and meet with them October 2nd.
I believe so, last week of September, first week.
Yeah.
And see what we can do for calming devices. You know what calming devices are. So, there's one thing that's not on here that just popped up, it's Monday night, is Green Hills Estates.
But it's not in.
They are not adhering to their pump and haul agreement, whereas they fired up hauler that replaced them. But we have been accepting the waste unbeknownst to us as a result, which their agreement with DEP is that all that stuff is supposed to go to a place in Westchester.
Isn't that Carnarvon area below?
Well, it's in Westchester somewhere.
No, it's not gonna hurt them.
But regardless, DEP's been notified, the developer has been put on notice, and
Is there some reason for that?
some reason for him being put on notice?
No, for not following the plan.
I don't know. I've not heard anything from him. We were unaware until our operator was telling us we're receiving this. You know what I say, don't
We
you?
can find them, right?
Well, I wanna get paid for
Yeah.
what he's dumped here.
Absolutely, that's what I was thinking.
Right
Reimburse
now,
us.
they're hauling 5,000 gallons out of there every 36 hours.
Excuse me? So that's a nice chunk of
Well,
getting paid for.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's roughly $3,000 a day. But,
$3,000 a
more
day.
importantly, how are they putting more homes online with that volume?
They weren't supposed to.
You know,
What's the maximum flow permitted under the agreement?
maximum flow on an agreement. Well, they calculated it out that they're allowed to go up to 50 homes, I guess now. They're only at 20.
Is
They're
there
gonna be hauling out at
gallons per day, is there a gallons per day limit in the agreement?
I don't know whether that's in their DEP permit or not, but I'm sure that they had to enter those calculations, and DEP did approve that flow. But I think the flow is a lot greater than anybody anticipated.
Sounds it.
They're gonna be pumping a couple of times a day.
Regardless, we should demand payment under threat of termination of that agreement.
Will do.
Sounds great.
And I think that's the last thing I had on here.
Looks it. All right, any updates on the supervisor reports?
I'm gonna have to go and see Paula and get the rest of our list. That's what we need. We need the list for the newsletter, and June's $159.90 a year.
No, not good for them.
Isn't that much money? That way, if anybody's away, they can at least log on to be involved.
Any other updates? No? Any fire companies, I guess? Minutes and reports. motion, we need a motion to accept the minutes and reports in our possession.
We'll make that motion.
We have a motion, do we have a second? I'll second the motion. Roll call, Ms. Bridenstine.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Bittler.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. Mr. Ribbon.
All right, good evening. First two items are kind of sister projects, Chestnut Hill Road subdivision and the land development plan for Chestnut Hill Properties Lot 1. You're currently calling them Legacy?
Legacy Park.
AKA Legacy Park. Harold and I have an affinity for the previous names. That doesn't affect it. So both of these projects have reached a recommendation with your planning commission for conditional final plan approval. All is in order. We have technical reviews from DEP and PennDOT regarding the projects. So I feel confident that we're not looking at substantial changes as they work towards getting those approvals. They have also submitted all the required legal agreements. I think Joan, Colin, I don't know if you're up to speed on it, but Joan had reviewed them with your attorney. I think everything's in order there. I am finalizing the construction cost estimate for the financial security. So I don't think there's anything else missing. Am I missing anything, folks?
No.
Okay.
Do you intend to submit a letter of credit or bond for the improvements?
Letter of credit.
Okay.
Okay, I wanna make sure that we have that before any work commences.
And have we received the certificates of insurance yet under the improvements agreement?
No, I don't have that. Okay. So again, developers agreement, there were some HOA agreements. This will have essentially non-residential homeowners association. If you recall, this is a project on a cul-de-sac street. It's gonna have a fire suppression system. It's all 7 lots that are proposed. So again, all of that has been worked through. At this point, we are waiting on finalizing these agreements, me to complete my review of those cost estimates, as well as both final DEP and PennDOT approval. So Planning Commission recommended conditional final plan approval for both the subdivision plan and the Lot 1 land development plan. Do you have anything else to add? So did you review them? August 29th for those.
So the board would be making a motion to grant this plan conditional final approval contingent upon Kraft's latest review letter dated August 29th, 2025, which includes but is not limited to execution of any all required agreements such as the improvements agreement, the stormwater agreement, and the HOA documents, and then compliance with the terms thereof, again, including but not limited to the submission and approval of a letter of credit and certificate of insurance.
I'll make that motion. But we're following what you said. I'm not running through that one
So we
again.
have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Is this for both
Can we do
the
the
subdivision and
first,
lot?
let's do the subdivision plan first and
Okay,
then we'll.
so this motion, Joy is for the subdivision, second. Okay, all right, so we have a
He
motion for
rolled-
the
he
subdivision,
rolled through.
we have a second. All right, we have a second, roll call, Ms. Bridenstine.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Bittler.
Yes.
And I'll be yes. All right, now we need a motion for lot number 1, is that correct?
Correct.
Same-
Land development plan for lot 1.
Same conditions?
Same conditions would apply.
Okay, I'll make that motion again.
Second that again.
All right, so we have a motion and a second for lot number 1, same conditions. Roll call, Ms. Bridenstine.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo. Mr. Bittler.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
Thank you.
Next item I have for you is the 2025 street work. We had 2 contracts which were awarded. The maintenance contract, which is what I have before you this evening, was with Martin's Paving. The original contract value was $194,335.52. They brought the project in just below that at $190,656.32. So I am seeking the board's approval First of all, for a change order number 1, to reduce the contract value by $3,679.20. And then I'm asking for the board's approval for payment application number 1, which is a final payment application for the revised total contract price of $190,656.32 to Martin's Paving.
All right, so do we have a motion for the change order for the reduction in the amount of $3,679.20?
Sure, I'll make a motion, it's gonna take money back. You won't argue
All right,
that.
so we have a motion, do we have a second?
I will second.
And we have a second, roll call, Ms. Breinstein.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Bennett. Yes. And I'll vote yes. Now we need a motion for the final payment to Martin's Paving in the amount of $190,656.32.
Make that motion.
We have a motion, do we have a second? I'll second the motion, roll call, Ms. Breinstein.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Bennett.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
Thank you. I have those payment applications to be signed after the meeting. Next item I have, we have received a change order request and final payment application for the Zion Road culvert. Unfortunately, this time we are looking at a contract increase of $2,489.30. That was to include an additional excavation below the 12 inches, which was originally specified in the contract. That's below the culvert. If you recall, we had poor soil conditions resulting from inundated soils over a long period of time, but also we had the issue with the pump. So I settled on that value with the contractor. They asked for an contract increase of $2,500 based upon their unit price for the excavation item. I felt as though that was in line. The change order also includes a reduction for base course paving of $13.50 and an increase in wearing course paving of $2.80. So what I have for you this evening is a change order to increase the contract price again by $2,489.30. And then for final payment to Bertolette Construction for $83,089.30.
All right, so we have a motion for the change order with an increase. The increase was $2,489.30 for the Zion Road culvert. Anybody would like to make that motion?
Make the motion, we need to get it done.
All right, we have a motion, we have a second.
I will second that.
All right, we have a second, roll call, Ms. Breinstein.
Yes.
Mr. Gullo.
Yes.
Mr. Biller. Yes. And I'll vote yes. Now we need a motion for the final payment for the Zion Road culvert, and that's to Bertolette.
Correct.
Okay, in the amount of $83,089.30.
Yes.
All right, I'll make that motion.
I will second you.
We have a motion and a second, roll call, Ms. Breinstein.
Yes.
Mr. Gullo.
Yes.
Mr. Biller.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
Thank you, board. Again, I have those here for your signature after the meeting. That's all I have unless you have questions in my report or otherwise.
No questions? No. Thank you. All right, Public Works.
We just hit Mary's.
I'll be
Oh,
there.
legal, I'm sorry, it says none.
None.
So you can skip over the economy.
Nothing.
He did.
It doesn't really matter. Colin doesn't look remotely upset about it.
You want to do Township thing?
I prefer not.
Yeah, I heard that one.
All right, so no legal. Thank you, Colin. Public Works.
Okay, the only trade show is going on October the 1st. Cost is $125. Mary has a line code down here for that. I sent everyone the agenda for the day and what's going to be happening. It's up to you guys whether you want to send them or not.
All right, would anybody
It's
like
not
to
a
make a
bad, it's
motion?
not a bad thing to let them get information. It's not hurting
Send
anybody.
them and
I'll make a
send them.
motion to let them go. To the Public Works team to go to the Gross County Public Works Trade Show in Ole
For
for $125 from line code 430.703.
Okay, do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
I will second.
And we have a second. Roll call, Ms. Breinstein.
Yes.
Mr. Gullo.
Yes.
Mr. Biller.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
All right, the repair estimate, I think I've already provided that, is roughly $5,000 for the springs and $1,000 for the tires.
Right, Park and Rec.
We're just getting minutes from
We're just approving them from
November
last year.
and February.
Do we need to approve this, or they send us?
No, they approve it.
Okay.
That's already done.
I've done for the EAC,
Nothing, new business.
municipal displays are
Yeah.
back on the agenda, it looked like.
Yeah, we're gonna get some numbers for
Let's
that.
get some
right?
numbers.
Where are they at?
We had
Numbers?
numbers,
Okay.
we had numbers and we had estimates, let's revisit that.
Okay. We'll see what we can do.
Mhm.
Just a,
Anything under, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
just a little FYI, the outside work in this building should commence in the next couple of days.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll be done by the time we meet again. Said it with good weather, he'd probably be done in 2 weeks.
Alright, anything in old business? Ongoing, mini split, still ongoing?
Yeah, we haven't gotten our regular air conditioner yet, we're on the mini split, so.
There's your Zion Road violation. Letter C,
What's that?
your Zion Road violation is letter C under old business.
Oh, see, it could drop.
Alright, anything else under old business? Meeting dates, we can take that off, right? Sure.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
BOS meeting did. Alright, do we have anything for executive session?
I sent you guys an email, this morning regarding, the employee issue. If anybody has any questions, we can talk about it, but.
Any questions around that, or? Do you wanna talk about
It's up to you guys, I mean,
said employee issue.
it? Yeah. You guys?
well, then let's get out,
Let's talk about it.
take 5 minutes and we'll be done
Didn't
with
work the other day either.
Yeah, I've been getting them sporadically,
Yeah.
bunches.
Remember I told you I didn't get that one?
Yeah.
I still didn't get it.
I know.
You sent the one you sent Friday and referenced, I'll send things
Alright, so we're
Monday.
gonna break for
Meeting
executive
Monday
at
afternoon.
8:15 PM. Yeah, so
Friday.
No, I got it.
Yeah, so mine said reference
Yeah,
that
no,
they,
I want to
it's all
motion.
here.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Yeah, it was messed
something with the emails.
That's what you gotta do.
Here. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, just use everybody or just?
Okay.
Alright, cool. You're acting chairman.
Just be important.
Have a good night.
See you, see you.
So I think you have one too, yeah.
What's that?
So you're leaving now too?
Yeah, well, they come back and say, finish, we're done. Well, this has got to do something, finish, right? This is something interesting going on.
No, listen, I'd probably just come back and see personal matters or something like that.
I'll give it 3 minutes.
And then, no, you might as well go.
Here, it's always good. So, I had meetings, we had meetings like that, that were back in November. Yeah, I knew Lisa was working, she was just for some reason busy. She's kept now rolling.
I replied to her, and she has gotten there, and then Becky, she sent me so I was able to get the May ones, but I'll get them under the approved October meeting ones then, because they weren't on the agenda, so. But yeah, and then, I don't know if we have pulled out the others, if you want that brought before the board. If we do, I need a copy of the minutes and the line of it, or at least, you know, you might know the line code, but you you do let me know that this has to go before the board to get it on the agenda.
Yeah.
I did email that, but
Yep.
I don't know if it was understood or not.
Yeah, yeah, I think it was just, I think once, cause she was a lot, and then when she was gone, we just kind of fell, and when Rich was gone, the whole thing kind of fell, so we had everything. But we didn't, we had to make sure we get it to the proper, to you, which is good, so, it's all good.
Right. That was it, yeah. Probably, you know what I mean, cause you know now, so this, like, and they say one of the sets is done, I just can't put, if you guys haven't approved them, I can't put them before the board.
Right.
You know, so.
Yep.
That was probably been, there's a month to get it sorted, you know,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it'll probably be like,
Yep.
good then, it's just like the one set now, I think.
Yeah.
And then,
Yep.
if you want that motion, just let me know that you want.
Okay. Yep, yeah, so it's, getting everything organized, which is good. Now, we're good, now we're up to 4 now, which is good, still one more to go.
Yeah, and you do have that vacancy on the website as well.
Yeah, which is nice.
If anybody's like.
Yeah, which is good, so, yeah, that's it.
You could speak at Park and Rec, you know, and the Parkway.
I could, I used to.
And you just do that.
I can.
Because that's why it's there, to give you the opportunity, so.
Right.
And then get the word out about it. There is a vacancy.
Well, I talk to Harold, I talk to Harold all the time, which is good. Like, him and I are chatting back and forth about things to do, because he's got some good ideas, we have some good ideas as well. So, yeah, but yeah, that's something we wanna, I'll definitely start bringing it up at the next meeting, which is good. Hey, it's an open position, look at somebody to fill it, it's a fun role, like everything else.
It is, because if you have the right person in there, there's so many opportunities in Park and Rec. They improve things and
Well, that's what
do and host things
Mhm.
and like different programs, craft programs for people, summer programs for kids.
Yeah.
There's so many possibilities. Like Park and Rec would be a great board to get involved in.
Oh, yeah.
If, and with all these new homes going in too.
Well, that's the thing, is that we have that,
Mm-hmm.
and all that, like, looking at the grants right now, there's a whole grant process. We learned that from going to the Project Society conference earlier in the year. Becky and I went there, and it was just information overload. Like that, you learn how things work. And we network with Reading, network with Exeter. We met their people. They're like, "Can you help us?"
And that's happened since.
Yeah.
Since
So we were talking to them, like,
yeah.
hey, they're like, "How do you do it? Like, how do you do your grants? How does this work?" But they know all the details. Like, this, of course, they're bigger than us, right? Exeter's, a little bigger, but they're super, super nice. Just everybody else as far as that goes, which is good. So, yeah.
It's like, I love to see something for like our teens and adult, like say skateboard park or something like that, or get something like that somewhere for them. And
well, you look at like Living Good, Elton Days, like Ocean Days. They have Ocean Days down at Living Good Park. It's just, it's a whole lot of
like Pine, oh gosh, what do you call it? Across from the old sheets there, 422 Pine.
Oh, yeah, I know you are.
I always took the boys there. Like, they have a great facility over there as well,
Right.
And it's like, nothing's really elaborate, but there's just some things there for them to use and things like that. And,
right.
And then like maybe like get someone that could run daytime programs for people, like get together and clean flower pots or something. You know what I mean? But like bring the community, and then that way you're like melting the township with the residents kind of thing.
Yeah, we talking about like even a movie night.
Yeah.
A big film screen.
Kids down there, people bring their chairs, a blanket, a picnic with them, and watch a movie night.
Have local organizations sell food. It could be a fundraiser.
And he'll step up anytime with the screen, the speakers, the surround, things like that as well. So like there's really minimal cost that way.
Right, yeah, which is nice.
I know you are all like full time and it's like working and stuff like that. And if we could just get like maybe, I don't know, a stay-at-home mom or dad or something, they take the reins and run with it.
Welcome to Township, by the way, since you're here, which is always fun. But,
that's the place they have most fun. It's like Park and Rec, the most. You could grow so much.
Well, our first patch was to fix what's broken, and now we're at that point where we're good. We had to do some of the things just had to be updated. So we did, out of the gate, just fix a bunch of stuff. And now it's okay, step back and what's the next phase, right? As far as that goes. And it goes into community development, it goes into So looking at, like, we were at the park and there's zones up here, zones we wanna work on. You know, so there's, the swing sets, the old shuffleboard courts, which are way in the back, like, what can we incrementally work on, 2 to 3 years, even 5 years down the road, and get grants for it, trying to place things within there, but to make it,
I am like in both high school kids, get a mural on the side of the wall.
well, that's what we're
So,
saying,
instead of paying your professional paintbrush.
well, that's what we're saying,
And
is,
let them,
we said take the, concrete divider in front of the parking dividers in the front, right, the concrete, things, and just clean them, paint them white, but then pick an organization per divider and get them here, like pick a school, right? So pick, pick all the schools in Robeson, pick, the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, like you each get your own little blank wall, just something fun with it.
even get something like along the pavilion wall, like a really outstanding
Yeah.
mural, so people know then this is a landmark.
Yeah.
And they take their picture on it, for like Instagram
Right.
or whatever, and
Right.
things like that.
One thing I was hoping for is that, I know I saw on the agenda is the new sign, because the sign at the park is just been shot, and I know Rich is looking at getting an electronic sign here, but then was talking, well, it makes more sense to put it at Gibraltar, because that's the highest good. And that's what, I think they're thinking the same thing too, right? It's almost like you're gonna spend that money, put it where you see it.
Smaller than up here.
Right.
You can tell people about when the board of supervisors meetings
Right,
are,
right, yeah.
who's on the board, like that.
Right.
That's one down here, advertise.
Yeah. It's like you've got so much traffic.
How you got there?
Right, well, thank you.
For now.
Things change.
All right, we've come back from executive session at 8:25. We had some discussions around personnel matters. Are there any motions we need to make before a motion to adjourn?
Budget. Advertising?
Advertise the budget?
Budget meetings.
Budget meetings.
Advertise the budget meetings, yeah. Does anybody want to make a motion? Advertise the budget meetings? All right, so we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Sure, I'll make a second.
We have a second. Roll call, Ms. Bridenstine.
Yes.
Mr. Jello.
Yes.
Mr. Bittler. And I'll vote yes. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Absolutely.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Sure.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it was fun. I don't know what, well, it clicked like 5 minutes later. So I picked one of
This is last meeting. There might be checks. Is there checks?
So it's not raining, I might not make it.
You brought the check, right? I also have 2 resolutions.
Okay.
See you guys.
We have
Have a good
resolutions.
one.
Does Tim need to sign those?
What's that?